Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Keerthi. Thanks EOC team for providing me with this opportunity. So today I'm going to talk to you about 7 pearls for a healthy life, which I felt they are very important, and I'm still practicing, trying to keep it in practice in my life. So firstly, I want to talk to you about positive thinking. So whenever an adverse situation or a problem happens, you have two choices. One thing is to take it negatively and become depressed and gloomy, and nothing good happens in this. So it makes things worse. So the other thing, you can think positively, gain experience, learn from the experience and try to go over it. So this is how the attitude should be to achieve your goal. So there is basically no circumstances which is good or bad. Our thinking makes it different. So I recommend you to just practice, keep thinking positively in each and every situation until it becomes an habit. So when you think positive, your life changes. So the next pearl I am talking to you about the persistence. So whenever you are committed to your goal, you have to be persistent. So this brings beauty to the success. So here I would like to give you an example. So all of us know about the Harry Potter novel, right? So J.K. Rowling is the author of the novel. She had an idea of publishing this book in 1990. So when she had an idea, she took 5 years to just write the book. In 1995, she completed. So after that, 2 years she was behind publishing agency just to get her book published. Almost she was rejected 12 times from 12 publication agencies, but finally it got published in 1997. So she took 7 years after she got an idea just to publish first book of her series. In this 7 years time span, most of us got our medicine degree as well. So that is how persistent she was. But see the beauty of the persistent. Now the series of the novel is the highest highest selling book. Almost more than 600 million copies were sold until now. So this made a history. So next I am going to talk to you about work-life balance. According to me, work-life balance is nothing but allocating appropriate time to your professional and also your personal activities. And how much time you are allocating, it depends upon your partner as well. So according to me, I have few thoughts on how to manage your work-life balance well. So first thing is to prioritize your family. Second thing, not to talk about work-related issues at home. Take frequent breaks and give family time. Nextly, don't leave your hobbies. Already the other speaker spoke to you about the importance of hobbies. Nextly, enjoy your work. Work what makes you happy, so that you will have less stress during your work and you will have work-life balance. But from the woman perspective, you might not get time to all of this, especially when you have kids. You might become stagnant or stuck somewhere when you see the male counterparts and colleagues growing continuously in your career. But what I feel is it's okay if we go slow, or it's okay if you stop for a while, because career is not everything. There are more important things in life as well. So the next thing is do not compare. So basically, never compare yourself with others. Each individual is unique and they have different surrounding, different resources, and not to compare. Whenever you are comparing with others, you are using your precious energy focusing on something else rather than focusing on your own life and improving it. There is also a famous saying that do not compare sun with the moon, because they shine when it's their own time. But there is an exception for this. You can compare only with one person with what you are yesterday. So the next, failure. Actually, failure is not an opposite to the success. It's actually first step to the success. So initially, multiple times we might fail, but if you don't give up and keep practicing continuously, definitely you can reach the success. So for this, again, I would like to give an example from our childhood. When we start riding a bicycle, so multiple times we might have fallen down, multiple times we might have had injuries, and it might have been difficult just to balance the bicycle. But with constant practicing, we might have gained the skill and of riding the bicycle. So this is how attitude should be. Never give up. Thus, the attitude which is there in the childhood, we don't have it now. Once if we fail, so many people give up. So giving up is not leading you to success. So try multiple times and definitely success will reach you. So in continuous to that, success is not actually, there is a definition for the success. Success is different for different people. Basically, success, what I feel, is like going from failure to failure with much more confidence and same enthusiasm. So among us also, if we consider, for some people, establishing good private setup is what considered as success for them. But for some other people, the number of publications, the number of innovations they make in the career is considered as success. So it depends upon the each individuality, what they prefer, what they prioritize, what they are passionate about. It's not just a destination basically. But when you feel everything falls apart, just understand that it's time for a break. Take a break, take a vacation, spend with family, get refreshed, just sit without doing anything and use your hobbies for that and come back with full force. Your productivity also improves when you take multiple breaks. That's it from me. Thank you.
Very pertinent talk and very to the point talks, to the point presentation it was. Like everything was on the dot, what it has to be said was said very clearly, and I completely agree with you. There is, we mostly do not realize that we have a male privilege, that we have the privilege of leaving our home and travel across, which most of our female colleagues do not, are not getting, and there has to be done, something has to be done for that. Probably AIOS has taken a step where in Kolkata we are getting a free nanny registration, so anybody with kids, then their accompanying person will get a free accommodation, a free registration and free access to all the areas so that the kids can stay. But there are, this is just an initial step that has been taken, and multiple things has to be changed in our mindset and organizational level to promote more females coming in.
Wonderful presentation, ma'am. I think we must have been in Coimbatore together, Nilesh, ourselves. So, yeah. So I think I really echo with your point here regarding the discussion with the wife. So I think, so my wife is a VR surgeon. So most of the arguments or sometimes the conflict of opinions will happen on the dining table when we are eating actually. So I think I was really able to understand that. I mean, we now decided that let us not discuss ophthalmology when we go home, because we do have a personal life, right? So each one of us have a personal life. I think again coming back to the point where we should give emphasis on ourselves. So of late we are trying, we haven't mastered it yet, but we try not to discuss ophthalmology in the home so that we'll have a life which is more personal. And your second point on slowing career, I think for me, I think whatever I have been able to achieve in ophthalmology, I think most of my credit goes to my wife, because if the anchoring role is not there, she takes care of both the daughters very well. I mean, I'm mostly, as Nilesh was pointing out, we tend to travel a lot, and the weekends are something when we miss, right? So I think we owe it to the women in ophthalmology in our life, because I think without them we are nobody, we'll not have a home to go back to. So I think you guys do take the credit for it, and yeah, that's more important. Those aspects, as you rightly pointed out, career peaking, I think once you start into full throttle, you can easily peak. I think constructing a family and holding the anchor is the more tougher part, which I have not mastered, and I think credits to you guys for doing it. Thank you.
Yeah, when both of us are in ophthalmology, this helps a lot actually. We also decided not to talk too much about ophthalmology. My husband is also phaco-refractive surgeon.
So for Prasanna and his wife, I hope silicone oil is not there on your dining table somewhere as a menu, because that is what you might be debating. One is saying the pressure is, he's like, because of the oil, your pressure is increasing. She's like, no, it's not because of that.
Sir, I mean, I personally say a deadly combination is, initially 10 years back they used to say anterior segment surgeon and posterior segment surgeon. It's a deadly combination to start a practice of your own. but I feel it's a recipe of disaster. It's a deadly combination because we all know, right? You know what the anti-segment surgeon is capable of, and most of the times when a complication happens, like a PC rent or a drop, I just pray that it doesn't fall inside, because I know now the repercussions are more great. She comes back and she tells, okay, I know what you must have done. I think, yeah, see, the profession and the personal, we always tend to ignore where to draw the boundary. I think we are all learning from each other, and I think you is creating a great platform for us to talk in a very honest way and a very free way, where we need to know where to draw the boundary in professional way, so that we'll have a better personal life, which is more important, because then the kids are there, they'll be seeing what are these two people simply talking ophthalmology day in and day out. Even some of my talk where when we thought we were being more serious, that's when we wanted our daughters to see that we are having a different perspective. We don't want our daughters to see that these are two serious people who are going to do only ophthalmology, and they'll start monotonous seeing you guys. No, they may start hating you also. So we started taking the dance classes together, a painting class or something. No, sometimes I may not like it, but fine, we'll have to go the other way because we need to explore more beyond ophthalmology. Yeah.
I would just like to add for Dr. Keerthi, and knowing her personally, and she also has a 9-month-old son, and it's really difficult to maintain the work-life balance. I just want to add that it need not be always the woman who takes the sacrifice and goes back. It is even the husband's responsibility as well, and he also can contribute equally. So that is, I think, a personal decision between the couple, that who wants to take the lead and go ahead and achieve the career success and all. So hats off to your wife, but she also should get enough chance. So you can also take a backseat sometime.
Actually, I did propose it to her that this year I'll be the babysitter, but yeah, I think yeah. Yeah. Yeah, after the
Video what we saw, he's shooting with the child as a gun.
same thing happened.
Thank you.
So
Thank
being only the woman panelist here, I would say what she said is really true. Sometimes we'll have to take a step back. We'll have to wait till our kids become little independent. Like maybe when they are till 5 years or something. Till that time we'll have to wait. But once you feel like they are a little independent and they can manage on their own with a nanny or with a maid or with someone, try to kickstart it again. That's where it all begins. But what women usually do is they still continue to be the babysitter. Okay, you can pay 20,000 or 10,000 rupees to a nanny or a good maid if you get, and you can come back to your life, your passion, being a professional. Don't just be the homemaker.
Yeah. Any comments from the audience? We have very quite active audience, good listeners and all. On especially see that we are very open here. We are not talking ophthalmology per se. So any comments or anyone wants to share their thoughts?
Last year in MTC, which happened at Patna, we had a talk where one of the speakers, she talked about how she restarted her life. She took a break for the family, and she had given good pearls. There were 10 pointers in that is available on YouTube. Anybody can just take the inspiration from her. So next we will have
you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.